What's happening, everybody? We're back. It's me, your resident supervillain, Mr. J. Washington.
Swaggy blerd, Winston A. Marshall.
And we are here with a review for Season 1, Episode 9 of Harley Quinn on the DC Universe. Now, if you have not seen this episode yet, you just say it.
Yeah, spoiler alert. Oh, you really still get upset about this, don't you? Yeah, spoiler alert. So, you know, if you haven't seen it, you should, go watch it. Or if you don't give a fuck, just chill. I mean, we'll tell you what happens.
I guess I'm because I'm at the point, if you followed us from episode 1 here, if you followed us from every other show we did here, then you know it's spoilers.
I mean, yeah, I don't know why you got to bring it up every week.
Because I feel I just want to be like, hey, it's me, Jay, this is Winston, we're talking about Harley Quinn. So da-da-da, and go into it.
Da-da-da. Stupid.
So da-da-da, and we go into it. Also, I hate to say the fact, this shirt makes me look so small, which I'm glad that my weight loss is kicking in heavily. I want to say thank you to everybody, and that's one person who notices.
Is it just you? I'm confused.
It's probably it feels like
it's just me.
It's just me. I just look at the mirror and go, "You getting smaller."
Yeah, hey man, we don't lift on Tuesdays. I was quoting some Ron Funches, aka King Shark, about people not being around at certain periods of time. We'll get to that. It's very funny, as always.
So now Harley's officially in the Legion of Doom, and they have orientation. And when they go to the orientation video, it's Lex.
Oh, it's that standard. Oh, I didn't see you
here. Welcome to the Legion. But wait, the best part of the video, because Dr. Psycho's in the video, and he says
part of the league, right?
Right, because he says something to Black Manta, because Black Manta comes to Lex and be like, "Oh, what do you say? They're waiting for the new recruits next door." And then Black Manta's walking past Dr. Psycho in the video. You don't know what he said, but Black Manta beats his ass, and King Shark and Clayface are like, "What did you say to get that response?"
He goes, "Nothing racist."
First of all, that lets you know it was completely racist. If that's the first thing to come out your mouth, what did you say? Well, I ain't say nothing racist. Yes, you did. So as they go, basically they figure out what's going on. They get the tour, and Bane takes the crew downstairs. And Dr. Psycho's like, "I know what this is. This is where goons and henchmen go."
Oh, it wasn't Bane. It was the guy. What was his name? Enrique.
Oh yeah. Oh, Enrique. I'm sorry. It was Enrique.
And it's like, my name's actually Todd. I don't know why Mr. Luthor calls me that.
Because Clayface is like, "What part of Espanol is you from?"
Who says that? Who's Clayface? What part of Espanol
are you from? My name's Todd. I don't know why he calls me Enrique. But he takes him downstairs to the basement, and Dr. Psycho's like, basically, we don't belong here.
We're not henchmen. We're part of her crew.
He was like, "We have power." He was like, "Look," Clayface was like, "I am an actor." He was like, "No, you're not." But he's so disrespectful. Clayface is so serious. "I am an actor." No, you're not. It's just a hunk of a mess that can turn into anything. He is a giant half man, half shark, and I'm a telepath. And Bane is down there like, "Well, you'll be here in the basement until you would do all of the until I get the paperwork." Because basically before this, Bane goes to get a smoothie, right? So Bane goes to this smoothie place on the regular and gets a smoothie, and the dude is like, "Bang, I have an order for Bang." And Bang is like, "It's Bane, you know it's Bane. I'm here every week." Which, can we talk about this real quick?
Yeah.
The Legion of Doom, supervillains, right? Wanted by every authority in the Justice League about.
Goes to their local Jamba Juice and
just be out these streets kicking it.
Like the fact that the Riddler shows up to dinner and shit. You know what I'm saying? He's like a celebrity. They give him a reservation. Nobody's scared. They're like, "Oh, Mr. Riddler, of course, right this way."
It's just like, yo, live your the Legion of Doom is out here more plugged than the Justice League, it seems. You know what I'm saying? Nobody thinks this.
You know what it almost feels like? So whereas you watch wrestling and you see the faces and the heels, and you're like, "Man, that's a villain right there," but it's like, no, that's actually just my nigga Undertaker. He mad chill. He come here every week.
It's just goof ass. Which, by the way, Bane at the orientation, not only did you find out later that he want to blow up the smoothie kid, he wanted to do a magic trick, but they didn't have no more time. It was going to be great. Okay.
Oh, God.
Between Bane and Kite Man or King Shark, I don't know who wins this series for me right now.
I think it still resides with King Shark. If I honestly had to put it in order, it goes King Shark, Kite Man, Bane. And it's not because Bane's not hilarious.
It's because Kite Man's your dude.
Kite Man's my hell yeah. It's just because and I mean you've seen the whole series now, right? Mm-hmm. You know how Kite Man continues to evolve over the course of the show.
Yeah.
Which, that gives him point. Like Bane is definitely hilarious, but Bane is the same note the whole time. At least with King Shark, there's references to what it's like to be black. And how rough that shit can be.
How
people think you're a monster. Like there's that. And then, Kite Man is just his whole progression with Ivy.
Oh, wait. There's one part King Shark says in the episode, they talking about how the Joker was there at the meeting where trying to do the acquisitions for stuff. They had, because Harley's sitting at the table. She's with the actual league. And then they were talking about something, and then King Shark was telling Harley, that's like when my ex Vanessa just finally noticed I lost 20 pounds. Where was you when I was 2,050 pounds? So, long story
I forgot about that line.
Where was you when I was 2,050 pounds?
And that's my whole point with him, is that he's like on the precipice of rage every single time, which I'm not gonna lie, as a black man, I am constantly on the precipice of rage. But that's not my main MO, and I don't want to go there. It's just people keep pushing me. I got my hands on the edge, so don't push me. I'll aim straight for your head, so don't push me. And I feel like that's King Shark. It's that every time something happens, like, again, last episode, it's like, I didn't turn my back on the aquatic world. The aquatic world turned his back on me. Well, you know what? Fuck you,
you can politely go fuck yourself. Like, so basically, Harley...
What the fuck did I tell you about using that word? I will kill each and every one of you with my bare hands. Like, who has more quotables than King Shark, bro? Like, Bane's got some funny ones.
I know it's all in fun humor. What the fuck?
Bro, because, like, Bane, I mean, he's funny, but it's the same joke. You know what I'm saying? It's always, I'm gonna blow up this juice stand. I'm gonna blow up this chicken sandwich. I'm gonna blow up the Gotham Stadium.
Blow up this chicken sandwich. So... basically, Bane takes the crew because now because they're henchmen and goons in a sense.
They can be rented out by anybody.
Anytime the league needs them, they can go. So Bane is now...
before that happens, the crew goes, nah, we ain't working for no motherfucking Bane.
Where are we working on fucking Bane?
Which, to be honest, I think the funniest thing about Bane being this inept... Bane is the villain that everybody loves to work with because he actually has a legitimate ass plan, and he's not just going to throw you out of a plane.
He's going to blow it up.
Like you look at Dark Knight Rises, you look at any iteration of Bane. Like the Joker might kill you because he's having a bad day. Bane genuinely is like a mastermind that
he's a genius.
He respects his crew. You know what I'm saying? They might die, which happens. But he ain't just going to break one of his people in half. Like,
no, just not. You didn't listen to me. I'll break your back like the bat. Don't do that.
But I that's all I was going to say. I find it interesting that they have made him the antithesis. Everybody does not want to be around Bane.
Nobody wants to be around Bane. So Bane basically gets the requisition to take them out. He says, I filed all the paperwork with HR. Which, by the way, let's talk about this also.
The Legion Doom has HR.
The Legion of Doom, not only did they utilize it to kick Dr. Psycho out, because they made a press conference, he doesn't represent the values.
They're their particular brand of evil. Yeah.
But then you go and you get that. So they're going, at the same time, Harley tries to figure, she said, like, okay, the only way I can get shit changed, I have to talk to a member. And the only member she knows she can talk to closely is the Joker. But at the same time, Ivy is like, yo, I don't want to be here. I got things I want to do. This is why Harley is sitting at the table trying to requisite, stuff to help Ivy do what she wants to do. But again, this whole shit with the crew and Bane. So Ivy's like, I'm going to go off on my own. I'm going to go do... Now, Ivy's not a villain technically. She might do shit that can hurt people, but she wants to save the environment.
She keeps saying it. She is they're calling her a villain. She calls herself
an environmentalist.
And then they try and call her an eco-terrorist, and she's like, "Well, okay, I'll sort of take that.
I'll take that. But, like if that's the case, I'll take that." So she goes, and the whole time Frank is trying to tell Ivy, "Look, you don't need them. I got you." He's like, "I am here for you, Ivy. Who the fuck was it?" He's like, "I'm here." She's like, "Frank, you are a plant." He's like, "You know what? I know a plant that was in 9/11. It was a pear tree that was in 9. He survived. They put him at the front of the building. And this motherfucker is not calling me."
The best part is Frank hires a plant guy.
Because she says, what am I do, carry around 30s? Okay, so Frank hires not a plant guy.
No, he hires a plant guy, and she goes, that's your weed dealer.
No, he says, no, because Frank says, this is my pot guy.
Right,
This is my pot guy. And Ivy's like, he sells marijuana and you just misread the ad. That is also true.
But you gotta love that this dude is literally just gonna carry around Frank so Frank can bite people.
That's all he gonna do. It's a stoner dude who literally just gonna carry his pot. So while now all this is happening, while Harley is trying to talk to the Joker to get him to, help them change the situation, her crew can be with her. Like, she literally has good intentions.
Well, before that, remember, they have a press conference with her. They're like, okay, everybody in the Legion, what are we doing today? And the Joker's like, I want to build a tower. Build a town. We want a face on it. And hold Gotham hostage. And he's like, I can do it for, no less than 400 million.
I'm like, what does the tower? 800 million. And like, what does the tower do? What is it? It
just has my face, and then the screen pops down, and I
let out fire,
blow them all up. And Harley's like, yeah. Everybody's like, raise your hand for I. Harley doesn't because they need a unanimous vote. And she's like, what do you need? I think it's half baked. You have to go through. So Joker's kind of pissed by it, and you can tell. But he comes over and is like really nice to Harley, being like, you know what? I appreciate someone standing up to me. Again, a ploy. But he's like, I appreciate somebody standing up to me because, nobody does that around here. I just get to do what I want. I can show you how to beat the system because it sounds like your guys are, getting used by Bane. Mm-hmm. Nobody wants that. I'll show you how to game this place.
Which, again, that goes back to the King Shark line about because Harley tells the crew, like, Joker tried to be nice to me and all after the fact because now that I'm in the league, now I'm in the Legion. And that's what King Shark was like, it's just like my ex Vanessa when I lost 20 pounds. Where was you when I lost 2,050?
When I was 2,050 pounds.
But so all of this is happening, right? So then after the whole situation where Bane is taking the crew and the crew's trying to fight back, Harley's like, yo, I need to talk to the Joker. She's the only person that can help me with this.
But everybody warns you. They go, do not do this.
Don't do it.
You remember what we got, especially Ivy. Ivy was like, please do not do this.
This is why Ivy's like, listen, the whole thing has been to pull you away from him.
And now you're going to be right up underneath him, like, don't do this. And she goes, it's okay, girl. I'm not, like, it's no big deal. I'm going to go with you to blow up this factory because it's bad for the environment. I'm going to help you out. No worries.
You're my best friend.
And Ivy, if you notice, like, she dresses up, not like she's about to go blow something up. She's dressed up like she's about to go on a girlfriend date. You know what I'm saying?
She got a flower in her hat.
And a scarf on and shit. Like, she's like, girl, we going to go out. We going to hit this farmer's market. It's going to be great.
Bitch, we squashes.
We might find some menses.
We might find a sex-ass farmer boy.
It's fine. Like, whatever.
Bitch, topsoil all day.
So, the crew is expecting Harley to bail her out. Ivy is expecting Harley to show up and help her blow up this thing. And what happens?
Harley is with the Joker, first of all, getting wings and shit. And then while they're there, the waitress is like, oh my God, I so shipped the two of you together. Here, drinks are on us. Harley still is leery. She's like, I don't trust him. Which, again, Harley has great intentions. So then they go on a boat. And now it's the candlelight dinner. But you see, they didn't kidnap a couple off the boat.
Like some billionaire, and later they end up throwing them in a lifeboat, right?
Only throw them over after Harley takes a bite of the beef Wellington with the fish fork. She was like,
you monsters!
You monsters! And then Harley's like, well, I did kind of miss this. And so again, things starting to get coupley, and here comes Batman.
And we're now seeing a mirror image of what happened in
episode
the
1.
Episode. Yep. And that, like, except before, obviously, they were, robbing all the mobsters in town. Mm-hmm. Now, Batman's like, all right, I got you. And so Joker says the same line. I don't remember verbatim, but he essentially is like, you know what I would love to do? And so Harley starts having flashbacks. Oh, this motherfucker's going to throw me at Batman, and he's going to run away.
She knows what's about to happen.
I love nothing more than to escape with you, Puddin'. And so they distract Batman. She gets on the helicopter with him.
And she's so happy
to try and get him, but Batman tries to dive. He doesn't do it. He ends up in the water and shit.
She's so happy. Harley's like, oh my God, I thought you were actually going to leave me like before. He was like, no, I couldn't do that to you, Puddin'. I need you. And then that's when the kiss happens. But then he's like, for this, and shoves this bitch
out of the helicopter, and you see her get completely shattered. And what's so funny is that while this is happening, everybody that needed her was left by themselves. So the crew ends up with Bane. They now have to go blow up this juice place to blow up Todd because this motherfucker keeps running Bane. And Bane is so impatient. He's like, "What's taking so long?"
You're a shark friend. So he's like, probably because he's a giant shark. Like,
So he's like, whatever, I'm gonna do it, and he blows it up. All of a sudden, the shark fin impales into the windshield, and King Shark flies into the windshield too. And he goes, "Todd doesn't work on Wednesdays."
They must have changed the schedule on me.
And so all of this ends up happening. Harley's flying out of this helicopter. She gets caught by Batman on the plane, and he's like, "Some things never change, do they?" And then she flies off crying as she falls into the ocean.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. It was a moment right there where I shed a tear for Harley Quinn. I shouldn't have shed a tear for an animated fucking character.
No, but this is some real shit about DV and EV, man. Domestic violence and emotional violence, in the sense that, like...
Nigga, I had no idea. I was like, who the fuck is DV and Evie?
No, exactly. This is a domestic abuse situation.
I get it.
Yeah.
DV and Evie, but the way you was like DV and Evie, I was like, who the fuck are these characters? When I miss them in episode.
But it's a situation where the Joker constantly is abusing her. And so what I appreciate about this show is that you're giving us that humor, and you're giving us that kind of like animated action, but you're talking about real shit.
Yeah, like, no matter what, real issue. The Harley Quinn and Joker relationship in itself, outside of the show, has always been something that people have looked at as a case study of domestic abuse, emotional abuse, and mental abuse. Because you watch how Harley, no matter what, falls up under the Joker. And it's great with this show how it's like, this is a woman fighting back now. She's living on her own. But how hard? But how it's cyclical. How hard it is to escape this, because part of the thing is that all people really want in those situations is to retain a healthy love situation from that person. So you fall into this trap where you literally are like, you really have changed. We can be together, only for them to do the same bullshit over and over again. I just want to say to my ex, if you're watching this, which I know you're probably not.
Where were you when I was 150 pounds heavier?
Where were you when I was 160 pounds heavier and wearing a size 46 in the jeans? You was nowhere to be found. Now I'm buying 38s and 36s, bitch. No, no, but like, also, so wait, they're in the hospital after King Shark gets blown up. And Clayface is like, why, Lord? Why you ain't take me? I'm almost unstoppable. And they like, it's alive, it's just no morphine. He's like, oh, I have an audition in 9 hours for a margarine commercial.
Was it that, or was it because there was another instance of a margarine commercial? I forgot about that.
Margarine commercial.
But somebody comes in and goes, oh my God, he's gonna die.
It's like poison ivy. Because his heart rate is
like 300, but it's like, that's normal for a shark.
King Shark is like, that is practically normal for a shark. I'm okay. He's like, oh my God, he's going to the cardiac arrest. So during this, they like, well, damn, what happened to Harley? Because Harley text Ivy was like, ugh, got stuck with Legion.
Got some Legion shit coming
Which it still is, technically, because in her mind, that's all this is.
But they see on the news a photo of, look at your favorite villain couple that's back together.
Shouts out to Tawny, a.k.a. Tisha Campbell, who Tisha, I just want to say. Tisha Campbell, let me tell you something. I've loved you since Little Shop of Horrors, you know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Yo, my love for Tisha Campbell goes. Matter of fact, I went from Little Shop of Horrors to School Days, you know what I'm saying? When you was out there licking the part in Dean Big Brother Almighty's hair. Yes, I have to show you the video since you've never seen School Days, Winston, because you don't know what I'm talking about. She licks the part. Nigga, she licks the part of Giancarlo Esposito's hair.
We're getting off point. The long story short, because this is 20 minutes now. The episode itself is 20 minutes. Why are we gonna do the same?
Oh yeah, because I talk shit about somebody doing a ride.
Did.
But we crack jokes in this shit.
I understand, but we can wrap this up. Long story short, they're all like, "Yo, bitch, you just gonna be out here making out with?"
Because Harley comes back to the hospital and was like, "I'm so sorry, guys. I got caught up in shit." And everybody was like, "Yeah, bitch, we see." So everybody basically is like, I'm done with you. I'm out the crew. We're done. King Shark says, I currently have a catheter in, so I am stuck here. But as soon as I'm able to urine normally, I am leaving the crew as well. And then Ivy is so frustrated. She goes to take on the industry thing by herself. The problem is, they've been waiting for her ass.
And she gets gassed and kidnapped.
Because as soon as she brings a plant with a small seed, and it grows. As soon as it sprouts, it's destroyed, and then they gas it, and that's it. Like, now, this shit is getting real. You know what I'm saying? Like,
because we have no idea what just happened to Ivy.
None.
It ended on a cliffhanger of her getting knocked out, and then a figure standing over her. So,
and we've had cliffhangers, but they've been kind of humorous or whatnot, and they've led into something. This one is like, yo, now somebody may lose their life. And again, Ivy's not really a bad guy, so how do you take it? But overall, if I had to rate this episode on a scale of 1 to 5, you know what we do, it's a 5. I love it. The story builds, the arc builds. I can give you all the technical terms of this. This shit is just dope.
Yeah, I give it a 4.5. I thought it was a great episode.
What is with this nigga in 4.5s?
We don't have to feel the same way about everything. I didn't say it was bad. I'm just saying because what I would say is with this particular episode, I do think that it is building and all that kind of stuff. I think again, knowing what's coming, I know, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that makes sense.
So this is still a episode where things are moving forward. We're getting more character development. We're setting up all this stuff. It wasn't the funniest episode ever. It had a lot of really funny moments, obviously, like King Shark getting blown up, and I'm auditioning for a margarine commercial.
A regional margarine commercial on top of it. And it's funny. Okay, I just want y'all to know real quick. As actors, you want a national commercial. Some shit I shot for. Yeah. All right, but regional, and I've shot a regional. Regional is in one area in the United States, and so he going hard for this regional margarine commercial.
Hey man, get in where you fit in. But either way, I thought that this is a very, very solid episode. I cannot wait for y'all to see what's coming next.
Yo, what's coming next? You guys are gonna love it.
You would probably wish you could watch all 3 in a row for this next one. But yeah, there's dark times ahead.
Very dark times ahead. So, we want to know what you thought about this episode in those comments below. Like, subscribe, click on the notification bell. Are you rocking with the show still? Are you like, come on, man, what else is about to happen? Or you've given up? Also, make sure you check out on the channel if you haven't seen the other episodes we've reviewed, check out that. We also did all of Titan Season 2. We did all of the only season of Swamp Thing. And we did Doom Patrol Season 1. So, we've done all those the only season of Swamp Thing, because that's all that's going to happen, all right? Follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Mr. J. Washington, MRJAY. You should know how to spell Washington. Join the Patreon, the Supervillain Squad, patreon.com/Mr. J. Washington. Check out the Mad Titan Podcast. It's where you get your podcast from, getting you caught up on everything happening in Marvel and DC, the live-action cinematic universes. It's Barbershop Talk for Nerds. Do what you do.
Yep, the Swaggy Blerd, THESWAGGYBLERD, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Letterbox, all that good stuff. Check me on SEN Live. We'll actually be I just realized because we're shooting this in advance. Never mind. It's fine. If you don't, check out the Schmodown. My team Swag Squad is in that. Jay's over here, my consultant. We got a solid squad. It's literally just going to be us shit talking while people do movie trivia. So that by itself makes it worth it.
And I'll barely be there because I was talking to Ben Goddard last night, and he was like, "Why do people keep talking about this shit when we're not doing it?" I was like, "I told you." But anyway, it'll be fun. It'll be fun with him because that's why I'm here with him. I like him. And I like the hair, which is good. Well, I'll let y'all later. All right, take care.